Imagine a living fortress, a creature so heavily armored that even the mighty T-Rex might think twice before attacking. We're talking head-to-tail bony plating, armored eyelids, and a tail ending in a massive bone-shattering club. This isn't science fiction. This was Ankylosaurus, the ultimate dinosaur tank. But was it just a slow-moving, passive shield? Or was there more to this Cretaceous armored marvel? Welcome back, armor enthusiasts, to Dinosaur Anatomy. Today, we're breaking down the defenses of one of the most iconic and heavily fortified dinosaurs ever discovered, Ankylosaurus magniventris, the great-bellied fused lizard. It roamed western North America right at the very end of the age of dinosaurs, about 68 to 66 million years ago. Get ready to explore its incredible armor, its unique weapon, and the secrets of how this biological battleship survived in a world dominated by giants. Let's start with that legendary armor. Ankylosaurus belongs to a group called Ankylosauria, famous for their osteoderms, bones embedded within the skin. But Ankylosaurus took it to the extreme. We're talking about wide, fused plates called scutes, smaller bony nodules called ossicles, filling in the gaps, creating a near-impenetrable mosaic shield across its back and flanks. Think of it like medieval plate armor, but biologically grown and fused together. Even its skull wasn't spared. The bones were fused solid, with extra layers of armor plating covering almost every inch. And get this, it even had armored eyelids. Yes, bony shutters, palpebrals, could slide down over its eyes for extra protection during an attack. Imagine trying to fight something that literally closes armored shutters over its eyes when you get too close. This level of defense is almost unparalleled in the animal kingdom. Why go to such lengths? Simple. Its neighbor was Tyrannosaurus Rex. Living in the same Hell Creek Formation ecosystem meant Ankylosaurus needed every defensive advantage it could evolve. Now, the skull itself is fascinating. Beyond the heavy armor and fused structure, it had complex nasal passages. While its brain was relatively small for its body size, typical for ankylosaurs, these passages might have played a role in enhancing its sense of smell, crucial for finding food or detecting predators, or perhaps even for vocalization or heat exchange. We don't know for sure, but it shows there was complexity hidden beneath that bony exterior. Don't let the small brain fool you. Like Stegosaurus, it was perfectly adapted for its lifestyle, but the armor was only half the story. Let's talk about the tail club. This is the signature weapon of Ankylosaurus and its closest relatives, the Ankylosaurids. Unlike their cousins, the nodosaurids, who had armor but lacked clubs, Ankylosaurus evolved a true biological sledgehammer. The last section of its tail vertebrae became stiffened and fused together, forming a rigid handle. At the very end, several large osteoderms fused together into a massive, heavy knob of solid bone. This wasn't just a passive deterrent. Studies of the tail structure, muscle attachment points, and biomechanics strongly suggest Ankylosaurus could swing this club with considerable force and speed. Imagine powerful muscles anchored to the hips and legs, whipping that heavy knob sideways in a wide arc. The impact could have been devastating, easily capable of shattering the leg bones of an attacking T-Rex, crippling it, or driving it away. This transformed Ankylosaurus from just a defensive tank into an active defender, capable of inflicting serious injury. It's a perfect example of evolutionary arms races. T-Rex evolves bone-crushing bites. Ankylosaurus evolves bone-shattering countermeasures. So, what was life like for this walking fortress? Ankylosaurus was a herbivore, likely a low browser, using its relatively weak leaf-shaped teeth to crop vegetation close to the ground. It probably wasn't very picky, consuming ferns, cycads, and early flowering plants. Its wide body and massive gut suggest it relied heavily on fermentation to break down tough plant material, much like modern cows. Given its heavy armor and likely slow movement speed, though maybe capable of short bursts or powerful pivots for defense, it probably spent most of its time foraging. Was it social? Fossil evidence is scarce compared to some herd animals, suggesting Ankylosaurus might have been largely solitary, like modern rhinos. A single, well-defended adult wouldn't need the safety of a herd as much as less armored dinosaurs. Let's smash some Ankylosaurus myths. Myth: it was invincible. Fact: while incredibly well-defended, younger or sick individuals could still be vulnerable. Predators like T-Rex might have tried to flip it over to attack its softer underbelly, though. This would have been extremely difficult. Myth: it was painfully slow and stupid. Fact: while not a speedster, it needed enough agility to aim its tail club effectively. Its brain, though small, was sufficient for its needs. Survival for millions of years proves its effectiveness. Fact: those armored eyelids are real and incredibly cool. Fact: the tail club was likely a formidable, actively used weapon, not just dead weight. Fact: despite its fame, complete Ankylosaurus skeletons are actually quite rare, making every discovery incredibly valuable. Ankylosaurus was first discovered and named by the legendary fossil hunter Barnum Brown in 1908, based on fossils found in Montana. Its unique and imposing appearance quickly made it a paleontological superstar, a staple in museums, books, and movies, including its memorable appearances in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchises, where it's often seen defending itself against predators. Ankylosaurus truly represents the pinnacle of defensive evolution among dinosaurs. A slow-moving herbivore that survived the deadliest predator of its time through an incredible combination of passive armor plating covering nearly every inch of its body and a powerful, active weapon capable of crippling attackers. It's a testament to the incredible diversity and ingenuity of life in the Mesozoic. Even today, questions remain. What color was its armor? Could different patterns or colors have played a role in camouflage or species recognition? How fast and precisely could it really swing that tail club? This incredible creature shows us that sometimes the best offense really is an impenetrable defense, coupled with a giant bone hammer on your tail. What's the most impressive feature of Ankylosaurus to you? The head-to-toe armor, the armored eyelids, or that bone-crushing tail club? Let me know your vote in the comments. If you found this exploration of the ultimate dinosaur tank fascinating, please reinforce that like button, subscribe to Dinosaur Anatomy, and activate the notification bell for more deep dives into prehistoric defenses. Thanks for watching, and stay armored.